Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Donnie.
And I'm Nick, and today, as you might be able to see, we're rambling about some storm photography.
Yeah, so we're sticking pretty close to the microphones today, really, because there's a lot of noise happening right now around us. The waves are starting to crash a little bit. We've got this beautiful wall cloud coming in, so the storm front is moving.
Hopefully we don't get interrupted. I think we will.
Like, what if a big tornado came down right here? Hey, the big
thunder.
Nah.
This is probably not recommended neither.
Well, this is recommended. You got to live life on the edge. Now, you've got to understand, typically we would be doing this with our cameras running around.
Yeah.
We have got a bit more expensive gear with us, but it's worth it. We need to get a storm podcast.
Yeah, we've been talking about it long enough.
Yeah, so we're here. There is a huge, I'm not sure if that's getting picked up in the camera at the minute. There is a huge storm brewing right over the lake here. So we're at Lake Erie. This one, I was hoping it's going to go more over the lake, and this just front is going to hit us. At the minute, the wind is picking up a bit, but due to the quality of the microphones, I think you probably won't hear the wind. You might hear a bit of the waves, but this is a pretty exciting time.
Yeah. Maybe we'll go on to some of the apps we use first on how we figured out to even use this spot.
Right.
So I like Radar Scope. You're not a big fan.
No,
of it,
I pay for it. Like, so there is a paid. Do you pay for it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got the paid version. It gives you a lot of information.
Yeah, so
the tracks.
You can click on it and it'll tell you what time, the storm track's going to hit that location.
So it gives you the storm track, which is nice. So we'll probably throw a screenshot up on the screen as well. I also have the NOAA one, which gives me the last at 5:32.
Take a quick picture of that.
You take a picture while I talk. So I'm getting lightning strike information. Starts out at 48 kilometers. That was perfect. What are you talking? Leave me alone. Here, that's going to fall off the table there. Okay, so it gives strike information of about 48 kilometers. The last one I got was 8 kilometers.
Yeah.
It comes right down to 1 kilometer. That's when we should get nervous.
Yeah.
If we get a 1 kilometer one, we'll get nervous.
Yeah, I mean, or you see a lightning bolt getting close.
So you will get, during the day, your Environment Canada stuff, you'll tend to get regular warnings on your regular news, anybody watching news. Then from apps, people checking weather on like the Weather Network or the Weather Channel.
Some of the Facebook groups are fantastic.
There's
Ontario Tornado Watch or whatever.
There's a number of them now. Even for local, if you're in Windsor, Essex, you got the We See one, which is good. A lot of local people, and obviously that gives you information quite quickly around the county. Unfortunately, as we know with Facebook algorithms, you don't necessarily see the things until after.
Yeah.
So you're better with a phone one that gives you information right away. And we have been predicted that the type of weather we're having is conducive to storm activity.
Yep.
So typically we're watching stuff coming up from the south through the states, hitting the lake. Sometimes stuff dissipates when it hits the lake.
Majority.
This one's actually growing since it's got the lake. It's got bigger.
Well, we actually live in one of the harder spots, I think, to trace storms.
Right.
Because the guys who are in the Great Plains there, they can follow a storm for 2-3 days.
Right, it's moving.
They know that track roughly, and they can get hours ahead of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, we're here. We're like, looks good here, and then 15 minutes before, right when it hits Detroit River,
right,
it'll dogleg left or right, or you don't know.
A lot of stuff goes out deeper into the lake, and then with the dissipation of some of the stuff, that's the issue with us. We can go somewhere, set up somewhere, and then it totally sort of breaks up and nothing really hits here other than some rain, which isn't as exciting. This here, at the minute, I'm not really seeing any lightning.
I think I just seen a bolt.
Did you see a bolt?
Maybe.
Hey, or else you got some floaters in your eye.
Yeah.
But no, so this is pretty exciting for us, how we would operate as far as...
it's probably the most... It probably is the most exciting.
Well, it's because there's an element of chase about it.
We get some adrenaline going.
We can predict as much as possible. We'll try to get to one location or another and then set up. But again, sometimes you get let down. But it's when you get the nice wall clouds and you get they got fronts right over the top of us now. So the
wind will probably pick up any minute now.
Yeah, but this one hopefully does look like it's going to skirt us, so we'll be able to talk for a bit more. But yeah, so whenever we go, we're going to set up. Depending on what it's going to be like, we try to get ahead of the storms so that we're watching them come towards us, and that's bringing the lightning, so you don't have to wait for the lightning to get to us. With your camera, we can set up, get the shots, and then when it is about to hit us, you can
usually once it starts raining, you're out of there, because the photos are not the same.
Yeah, and obviously that depends. It depends on your location. If you've got a good location where you've got stuff for when it's going to hit you, and when it's leaving, then you can just sit in your vehicle until it's passed, and then watch it leave, and you're going to get the same drama on the back end of it.
And then lens-wise, we almost always go wide, pretty wide anyway. is because you want, well, especially for the wall cloud, you want to get that entire wall cloud for the most part.
That's true. So you want the width. Obviously, as they come closer, the wider you can get, you're getting all the thing. Some of the stuff you may lose out in a bit of with the width, lose out in lightning for the further stuff.
Like something like the barn, right?
Right.
I don't know what I was shooting then, but like probably a tighter setup, slightly tighter, just because you want a little bit of that foreground.
Exactly.
Object,
so you're wanting to make the barn look big, and you want nice big lightning bolts. So you're not wanting. Actually, one time I was here before, a fantastic night. It was during the what do you call that? The meteor shower in the summer.
I butcher all the names, just like all the other slightly complicated names of anything.
Come to me.
The parasites?
Yeah, Perseids.
See, I messed it up.
Well, I might be messing up too, so don't worry about it. So I came here for that because the scene was pretty good, dark, and it also knows there's like beautiful storms out over there.
A couple years ago?
Probably 2 years ago.
Okay, I was shooting at Point Peely.
Yeah,
I remember that. That was good.
There's a fantastic cloud over just this direction towards Point Peely. I was just lighting up, like huge lightning bolts coming through it, and then out over there. So I put the widest setup I could, and I was getting all this stuff. The meteors were just terrible looking, right?
Yeah.
So, but the lightning was cool. But then whenever I then cropped in to get that lightning, obviously I lost a lot of definition. Lightning still looked cool, but it was like you had a lot of in-cloud lightning with lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like fireballs.
It is cool. Like the storm photography is awesome. It is so much fun. What other apps do we use? Well, you definitely like just a basic weather network or whatever, right? To kind of get the plan the day ahead.
Yeah.
And then you kind of know that's usually plan a couple days ahead. You kind of have an idea of storms coming in.
Yeah, it's just for right now we know that with there's a wind.
Yeah.
Right now we know that, since last week.
Oh.
Where are we?
Oh boy,
we'll hold on to some stuff here.
Yeah.
That's it. This jacket's going. The hat's gone. The hat's gone. The hat. So we are now getting strong winds.
Yeah.
I'm still not afraid just yet. I'm just getting a bit windy. The rain jacket may go on in a minute. But anyway, so
did I lose any hair?
It all blew off.
It all blew off.
So my bald patch getting bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, we know because of the weather we're having, humid days, the storms are going to come. So they pretty much predict storms every day because of the humidity. They don't always transpire, so as though you can get a good picture. Usually the day off's the best time to get a picture. Within 12 hours, it gives you a better understanding of what you're going to get. But yeah, so to me, the weather network for us, the one I use mostly, does provide. It's but whenever you're getting into the closer stuff, knowing exactly the tracks of them.
Radar scope, and then radar is another one that's kind of good. But radar scope's like the staple that like all like the pro guys use, I think, because it's like so like my radar and some of those other apps, they'll update every couple minutes, or like 10-15 minutes, right? Where radar scope does it every minute, or like it has a way closer refresh rate.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like much, but like for a storm that's moving 40-50 kilometers an hour,
like this.
Yeah, like it's moving pretty good.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, I really hope this rain stops. I wasn't that smart to bring a rain jacket.
I was going to bring the whole, fit the whole pants in a ring, but decided that was a pant. Oh, good camera.
Yeah, your new camera, risking it already, eh?
That's getting buried. Yeah, the phone's waterproof. Well, don't really trust anything. Yeah, so those are the apps. You want to have a look at that. Again, you want to be wise as well. If you start seeing anything that's really bad, get a tornado warning. Got to be smart. See where it's going. Obviously, we'd like to photograph those as well. But you got to have somewhere that you can go for cover pretty quickly. You don't. And
even like the lightning, like I don't know how accurate this rule even is. They go like you
seconds.
You see a lightning bolt, and then every second is a
kilometer
mile away or kilometer away.
Roughly 1 or 2. Pick whatever you want. So and you get some of those huge rumbles of thunder, and you go, "That was right on top of me, right?"
Yeah. Well, like when I shot that picture of the barn with the lightning wrapping around it, I was shooting lightning. It was like 10-15 seconds away, and then it went quiet, and then it was like, whoa, and it was like you couldn't even count. I was like half a second away, and I was like, oh, time to go. Run into the vehicle. Cows are moving around me.
Oh yeah, and that's you think that there is certain senses you get once you get used to storms. Certain things happen. Certain things are changing on the fly, and you can sort of have an idea that this one's going to be pretty big, or it's getting pretty close. So we're then shooting it. When it's brighter out, it's a bit harder as far as you
bolt finally.
You got a bolt there.
Yeah.
Why do you get the view? How come I get to look at you?
We'll put mirrors up.
Yeah, you get mirrors. So shooting with this kind of light, it's a bit more luck to get a lightning bolt. I typically prefer whenever you're getting pretty much near dusk, you can put your f-stop away up and shoot longer. And then obviously the later in the night you go, you can really stop down there.
As long of exposure as you want, really. The longer you go, less definition in the clouds. I'm gonna take a picture of you right now, so like people can see they're watching what we're looking at.
I look good. Am I looking good in this?
You're looking great.
Thanks. that is nice. Why am I looking? I'm looking in the wrong direction.
Oh, in there, bolt. Nice.
Okay, so there is some real action coming in here. So yeah, we're heading out trying to get this. Video's good for this as well because then you're catching it on the go. Even the time lapse from time. Have you got it set up for a time lapse or anything there?
Well, the video is kind of. Oh, look, maybe you should do a time lapse.
Yeah, just can set your phone up against something there while we're talking. So there's lots of different things we try to achieve when we're out in the storm. So you get the time lapses, especially with this kind of light, is pretty good.
Oh boy!
Oh, nice. Thunder.
Yeah, it is fun. Huh.
Wow. That's nice over there too.
Yeah, big thunder caps.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got.
We're just on the edge of it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
The rain's pretty well stopped now. Winds
died down, so
died down a bit.
Had a bit of. There's definitely a bit of movement in this cloud here. So that's another thing we're looking for when we're in the storm. You're looking for cloud rotation, hoping for some funnel clouds.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the funnel clouds will drop down. Some of them look like they get pretty close to the ground. They typically don't hit the ground. Even if they do, they're not tornadoes per se. But a bit of caution. They are bringing wind. So even some of these you can see. I've seen a couple of drops down from the cloud. Didn't really form into much. But the clouds at the minute are changing sort of dramatically all the time. Mm-hmm. And then there's layers to it, right? You've got the stuff that's pretty low to us there. And that's stuff that sort of changes a lot, and then the thunder caps aren't changed much. I did read there that whenever the thunder caps get up to about 35,000 feet, that's when you start getting the lightning and the storm activity.
It's really cool when you get like the supercell and it's like clear everywhere around. You just have like a crazy storm, just a small little cluster. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic to watch. Again, some people think this is madness, just going after this kind of thing, but I just love the raw power of nature.
Yeah.
But this
especially when you're out there in a good storm and trees are blowing down. And
right.
It is.
Yeah, and that's Ian, it's being sensible.
Calculated risks.
Exactly. You don't take. It's hard to say how far you push it, but there is an element where anything's a risk, right? So doing this here. It's good, it's especially whenever they're sort of going past you and not really hitting you.
Yeah.
But the photography side of things, so like I was saying, whenever you're sorry, is that my fault?
That was your fault.
Didn't really touch it. Whenever it's darker, I just like it because you can watch it coming. You can do a bit of light painting if you're doing a foreground and that. Mm-hmm. You can paint the subject matter, and then you get the storm coming through. And with the longer exposure, then there's a chance of getting more than one lightning bolt. You get 7, 8, 9, 10, and 35, 40 second shot. The clouds are obviously going to look like they're moving, sort of more blurred, but those lightning bolts are defined bolts coming through the sky. But yeah, this one's not bad. It is mostly south of us.
And a polarizer is awesome to use too, because you get way more definition in your clouds. Like right now, it'd be a perfect polarizer.
Yeah, because it's kind of gray just to the eye.
Man, that's a nice looking storm out there. Look at that boat running in.
Oh yeah, it's trying to outrun the storm.
A couple boats, I think, 2 of them out there.
Yeah, I actually a number of years ago I was out there in a friend's boat. We were out, went from here out the Middle Sister Island to Peely and then back. We were coming back from Peely. Huge swells. Honestly, thought we were going to die. It rained probably like we were getting rained on here. It wasn't. We were sort of either ahead or behind the storm, or whatever. Yeah. But I think we're ahead of it because James was trying to get the boat back before we got there. But it was quite rough. A couple of people in the boat were feeling it a little bit. I don't. That's one of the things I'd love to do. When I was out in Newfoundland there, with the Newfies there, and at the looking out from Cabot Hill there, Signal Hill, Cabot Tower, whatever it's called, watching the supply boats going out to the Atlantic, like those things. I mean, the roughest days. I've seen some of the videos of those there. Like they're crazy. They're crazy big boats for one, and the activity you've seen coming out of St. John's there was phenomenal. But like, I don't know if I'd be able to cope with it. But I think I could. But it's just the idea.
I think you had to grow up doing it.
Yeah, get the little sea legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the idea of that. They're just getting in there and the whole boat going everywhere, rocking back and forth.
There's a place in Florida, I forgot, something inlet, and it's like basically like right here, like just a river that shoots out into the ocean.
Right.
And it gets crazy swells, and you'll have guys on like offshore boats just getting destroyed. It's people. That was a good one.
Is that a bolt?
I didn't see the bolt, but
cloud to cloud. I could probably check my phone. It's probably sitting telling me it's a lot of. Well, yeah, even now, like it's kind of grayed up.
Yeah, you can get like the rain bands back there. That's cool too to photograph.
Yeah, and it's a bit of an art form, that trying to get, though you can't get it to look like a wall, but sometimes you can get a bit of definition.
Yeah, like right there, that would be a good one. If we're out in a field, like a wheat field, where you'd have like, I like that kind of shot, the wheat field foreground. So you have like the contrasty, like beige browns of the wheat, and then you have like the bluey grays of the what's it called there? Oh boy, that was a good one. Well, I don't know how wet are we willing to get here.
I'm not getting that wet.
I don't know how.
We've got the
foam, the
sponge. We're gonna wring it out when we're done.
I'll toss that over there a little more.
Oh yeah, close your thing up there a little bit, I guess. Now, look at this here. So I'm still only getting the 8 kilometers as the closest lightning bolt there. So we're
the lens is a little wet over there, but
what?
Ferry?
It's a ferry?
Oh boy!
But can you see what's it look like on the screen?
That's part of the show.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty moist. Oh well.
What? We're really blurry?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's all part of it. So if you're really the podcast, should be listening. We can fire some up photos during the blurry parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has. This one has mostly passed us anyway.
You got anything to wipe it with, Dave? What's that device in
there? You can try it. It's probably wet.
Ice pack.
Yeah, it's an ice pack, so it's probably not the driest thing to do. Well, this guy's coming right for us, eh?
Yeah, he's gonna beat you right on the right on the beach.
Might have to turn the camera.
To get home. What? Oh yeah. I don't know. There's more like storms all night tonight. I have a feeling. I don't know. I'll probably try to get some lightning shots this evening. I think.
Yeah. Well, again, and it looks like everything is coming up. It's growing when it's coming this way. Listen, typically
so humid today.
So typically we'll get a lot of dissipating coming across the lake. But this looks to me like a night where things will grow as they hit the lake, hit the river. So it should be a good night. Well, like I said, at this time of the day, it's a bit more of a challenge. It's some of the things, watching the wall clouds coming in, the sails coming across is really good. This guy's really flying. He thinks this storm's bad, eh? Oh, there he goes now. Shutting her down.
Alrighty. I don't know. What are we?
So I think we've covered most. We haven't died.
Yeah.
We got some of the storm activity. So I think we should maybe just anyway pack her up. Look for some other storm to follow, chase, see what's going to come across. But I think Point Peely is going to get
hit
smashed there.
Yeah. That was a bolt. That's our sign. I think.
Yeah. You got that in camera?
Yeah.
So where's the rumble?
That was a good bolt though.
Miles away. Nowhere near.
Yeah. Ohio. there it is.
So that's
like 10 kilometers.
Yeah. So anyway, well, pack it up. There's some thunder. Bit of action. It's a bit offshore from us, but we're getting pretty wet, so we're going to pack it up. But when you're out there, you got to sort of pay attention to the apps, be safe, be smart about it, and then protect your equipment as well.
Yeah, they make water bags, like even a garbage bag.
Yeah, anything at all just keeps the water off.
Yeah.
And then obviously whenever it really starts to hit you, you're best to pack up and jump in your car or vehicle, whatever it is.
Tripod's another important thing you need.
Tripod, yeah, you're not really going to be shooting a lot less freehand.
Yeah.
It's kind of pointless. You might get some video freehand in that, but because you're going to try and do slightly longer exposures, you're
trying to up your odds just to get lightning shots.
Well, exactly.
Lightning shots are usually what you're going for the most part. Unless you get some really cool cloud definition.
Yeah, you get cloud. You know, it is the lightning's always going to be the real attraction. The people know the wall clouds to start off are good, and then after that they're the lightning. And like I said, you want to make your odds forever in your favor.
Yeah.
So you want to